Welcome back, coin lovers. Today we're exploring a mysterious coin that has captured the imagination of collectors across the internet. The so-called USA $1 bearing the dates 1809-1817, with the marking 4CH. Before we begin, it's important to understand that stories surrounding unusual coins often grow much larger than the facts themselves. Some people claim these coins are worth millions or even $100 million, but true value in the coin collecting world depends on authenticity, rarity, historical significance, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. That mystery is exactly what makes coins like this so fascinating, because every unusual detail invites collectors to investigate further instead of accepting extraordinary claims without evidence. When examining a coin that appears to feature the dates 1809 and 1817 together, experienced collectors immediately begin asking questions. Does the coin belong to an official government issue, a commemorative medal, a privately produced token, or a modern fantasy design? Genuine historic American coins normally follow well-documented minting records, so an unfamiliar combination of dates and markings deserves careful inspection. The 4CH inscription may represent a designer's initials, a catalogue reference, a production mark, or simply part of a decorative design. Without professional authentication, no one should assume that unusual lettering automatically makes a coin incredibly valuable. The excitement surrounding rare coins comes from the fact that genuine treasures do exist. Throughout history, certain coins have become legendary because very few survived. Some were struck with remarkable minting errors, while others were produced in extremely limited numbers. These exceptional pieces have sold for astonishing prices at prestigious auctions. However, those record-breaking coins earned their value through documented history, certified authenticity, and years of collector interest, not because of viral internet stories or eye-catching social media headlines. Every serious collector understands that evidence is far more valuable than rumors. Condition also plays a massive role in determining a coin's market value. A coin with sharp details, original surfaces, and minimal wear is usually worth much more than an identical coin that has been heavily circulated or damaged. Professional grading services examine every detail under magnification, looking at luster, scratches, cleaning marks, edge quality, and overall preservation. Even a rare coin can lose significant value if it has been improperly cleaned or altered. This is why experienced collectors recommend handling unusual coins carefully and avoiding any attempt to polish them. Many beginners dream of finding a coin worth millions in everyday change, and while incredible discoveries have happened, they are extremely rare. The real thrill of coin collecting lies in learning history, understanding minting techniques, recognizing genuine varieties, and appreciating the craftsmanship behind every design. Sometimes a coin may have little monetary value yet still hold tremendous historical importance or personal meaning. Building knowledge is often more rewarding than chasing sensational price claims, because informed collectors make better decisions when buying, selling, or preserving their collections. If you ever discover a coin with unfamiliar dates, unusual symbols, or mysterious markings like 4CH, the smartest step is to compare it with reliable reference materials, and if necessary, have it examined by a qualified numismatist or professional grading service. Authentication can reveal whether the piece is an authentic historic coin, a commemorative issue, a token, or a modern reproduction. This process protects collectors from both overestimating common pieces and accidentally overlooking genuinely rare treasures that deserve special attention. One reason mysterious coins become so popular online is because they combine history, mystery, and the possibility of hidden wealth. Dramatic headlines often suggest that ordinary-looking coins are worth unbelievable fortunes, encouraging millions of people to inspect their collections. While these stories generate excitement, successful collectors rely on patience, research, and expert verification rather than sensational claims. In the fascinating world of numismatics, every coin tells a story, but only careful investigation reveals whether that story leads to extraordinary value. As we conclude, remember that the true beauty of coin collecting is not simply chasing million-dollar discoveries, but uncovering pieces of history that have survived across generations. A mysterious coin marked 1809-1817, with 4CH, certainly sparks curiosity, yet its actual value can only be determined through proper authentication and careful study. Keep searching, keep learning, and always question extraordinary claims with an open but critical mind. The next remarkable discovery may not necessarily be worth $100 million, but it could still become one of the most fascinating treasures in your collection. As collectors continued examining the mysterious coin, more questions emerged than answers. Every tiny detail seemed to reveal another clue hidden within its design. The unusual combination of dates, the mysterious 4CH marking, and the classic appearance encouraged enthusiasts to compare it with countless historical coins. Some believed it represented a forgotten chapter in American numismatic history, while others thought it could be a privately produced commemorative piece created to honor an important event. The mystery itself became part of the coin's appeal. News of the unusual coin quickly spread among collectors and hobbyists. People searched through old family collections, inherited boxes, estate sales, and antique shops, hoping to discover a similar example. Stories began circulating about forgotten coin collections found in attics, old wooden chests, and safety deposit boxes. While many of these discoveries turned out to be common collectibles, each search reminded people that history can sometimes hide in the most unexpected places. Experts often explain that every rare coin begins with careful examination rather than excitement alone. They study the weight, diameter, metal composition, edge design, lettering, and striking quality before reaching any conclusion. Even the smallest difference in a coin's design can reveal whether it is an authentic historical piece, a commemorative issue, or a modern reproduction. This detective work is one of the most fascinating parts of coin collecting. Whether this mysterious coin eventually proves to be a valuable collectible, or simply an interesting conversation piece, its greatest value may be the curiosity it inspires. Coins are more than pieces of metal. They are miniature time capsules that connect us with history, craftsmanship, and the people who used them generations ago. Sometimes the greatest treasure is not the price a coin could bring at auction, but the incredible story it tells to those willing to look closely. The mysterious dates 1809 and 1817 have sparked countless discussions among collectors. The year 1809 is remembered as the birth year of Abraham Lincoln, while 1817 marks an important period in early American history when the young nation was continuing to grow after the War of 1812. If a coin displays both of these dates together, collectors naturally become curious about its purpose and origin. However, no verified official United States $1 coin is known to have been issued with the combined dates 1809, 1817, and the marking 4CH. Any claim that such a coin is worth millions of dollars should be confirmed through professional authentication before being accepted as fact. The true value of any coin depends on its authenticity, rarity, condition, and documented collector demand, not simply on the dates or internet rumors. The world of rare coin collecting is filled with stories that inspire both beginners and experienced collectors. Across generations, families have unknowingly passed down old coin collections without realizing that some pieces could hold remarkable historical importance. A simple wooden box stored in an attic, a forgotten wallet tucked inside an old coat, or a family album containing a few carefully preserved coins can sometimes become the starting point of an incredible collecting journey. Every discovery reminds us that history often survives in the smallest objects. As collectors continue searching, they learn that every tiny detail matters. The position of a date, the sharpness of the design, the condition of the edges, and even the original mint luster can dramatically influence a coin's desirability. Two coins that appear almost identical at first glance may receive completely different evaluations once examined under magnification. This careful attention to detail is what makes coin collecting both challenging and rewarding, turning every inspection into a fascinating investigation. Auction rooms have witnessed unforgettable moments when determined collectors competed for historically important coins. As bidding rises, excitement fills the room because everyone understands that opportunities to own exceptionally rare pieces are limited. Some coins disappear into private collections for decades before appearing again, making each public sale an important event in the numismatic community. These moments demonstrate how history, rarity, and collector demand come together to create extraordinary value. Behind every famous coin is a remarkable story waiting to be told. Some survived wars, economic hardships, long journeys across continents, and countless owners before reaching modern collectors. These coins are more than pieces of metal, they are silent witnesses to history. They have traveled through different generations, carrying memories of changing times while preserving the craftsmanship of the era in which they were created, Many new collectors dream of finding a hidden treasure in everyday change, but experienced hobbyists understand that success comes through patience and education. They spend years studying minting techniques, historical records, and grading standards. Every new discovery increases their knowledge, making each search more meaningful. Over time, the excitement shifts from simply finding an expensive coin to appreciating the history and artistry behind every collectible piece. Technology has also transformed the world of coin collecting. High-resolution photography, digital microscopes, and online collector communities allow enthusiasts to examine coins more closely than ever before. Collectors can compare designs, identify unusual characteristics, and discuss historical information with fellow enthusiasts around the world. This exchange of knowledge has made the hobby more accessible while encouraging careful authentication and preservation. One of the greatest lessons in coin collecting is that true value is not always measured by price alone. A coin inherited from a grandparent, a rare date discovered after years of searching, or a historical piece connected to an important period in American history can hold immense personal significance. These emotional connections often become just as meaningful as the financial value, reminding collectors why the hobby continues to grow across generations. As the search continues, remember that every coin has a story, but only a few become legends. Whether a discovery turns out to be an ordinary collectible or an extraordinary rarity, the thrill of the hunt remains the same. Curiosity, patience, and respect for history are what make coin collecting such an exciting adventure. The next remarkable piece could still be waiting in an old collection, a forgotten drawer, or a family keepsake, ready to reveal its story to the person who takes the time to look closely. The fascination with historic American coins continues because every generation leaves behind objects that become witnesses to history. A coin minted more than a century ago may have traveled through busy markets, crossed state borders, rested in the pockets of merchants, and eventually found its way into a collector's cabinet. Although we may never know every hand that held it, each mark and every worn detail hints at a long journey through time, making the coin far more than a simple piece of currency. Collectors often describe the moment of discovery as unforgettable. Imagine opening an old family box and noticing a coin with an unusual date, crisp lettering, or an unfamiliar design. At first it may seem ordinary, but after a closer look, questions begin to appear. Where did it come from? Who owned it before? Has it survived untouched for generations? These mysteries are what make coin collecting an adventure, encouraging people to learn more about the stories hidden inside every historic piece. As experience grows, collectors begin to notice details that others might completely overlook. The smallest difference in lettering, the alignment of the design, the quality of the strike, or even a tiny minting imperfection can make one coin much more interesting than another. These observations transform ordinary searching into careful detective work, where patience and knowledge often reveal discoveries that casual observers would never notice. The most respected collections are rarely built overnight. They are created one coin at a time through years of dedication, careful study, and thoughtful decisions. Every new edition represents another chapter in history, connecting different periods of America's past. Some collectors focus on a single series, while others enjoy assembling coins from many different eras, creating collections that tell the story of a nation's growth through its currency. One reason rare coins continue to attract attention is their ability to preserve history in its original form. Unlike photographs or written records, coins were produced during the events they represent. They circulated among ordinary people, witnessed important historical moments, and survived changing generations. Holding one today creates a direct connection to the past, allowing collectors to appreciate history in a uniquely personal way. Experts often remind new collectors that excitement should always be balanced with careful examination. Many impressive-looking coins turn out to be common examples, while others that appear ordinary may possess unusual characteristics that deserve closer study. This is why experienced numismatists rely on careful observation rather than assumptions. Every coin deserves to be evaluated on its own qualities before its importance can truly be understood. For many enthusiasts, the greatest reward is not simply discovering a valuable coin, but sharing its story with others. Collectors enjoy explaining the history behind a design, discussing how coins were produced, and introducing new generations to the fascinating world of numismatics. Every conversation helps preserve knowledge that might otherwise be forgotten, ensuring that these historical treasures continue to inspire curiosity for years to come. As our journey through the world of historic coins continues, remember that every collection begins with a single discovery. Whether the coin is rare, common, or somewhere in between, each one carries a story shaped by time, craftsmanship, and history. The search never truly ends, because the next remarkable discovery could be waiting where no one expects it, ready to surprise the collector who takes the time to look just a little closer. Everyone. Today we're exploring a fascinating coin that often appears in viral videos and online posts. The so-called 1,853 13th $1 claimed to be worth an unbelievable $1.5 billion. Before we begin, it's important to understand that stories like these are often mixed with myths, misunderstandings, and genuine numismatic history. While some rare American coins have sold for millions of dollars, extraordinary values always depend on rarity, condition, historical importance, and expert authentication. That makes the search for valuable coins exciting, because every collector dreams of discovering a hidden treasure. When people hear that an old dollar coin could be worth a fortune, curiosity immediately takes over. The years 1850 and 1853 belong to an important period in American history, when the nation was expanding rapidly, and the economy was changing with the influence of the California gold rush. Coins from this era were produced under different circumstances than modern coins, and surviving examples in exceptional condition are much harder to find. Because of this, collectors pay close attention to the date, mint mark, design details, and any unusual features that make a coin stand out from ordinary circulation pieces. The phrase 13th found in online images often creates confusion. Collectors know that unusual markings, engravings, stamps, or altered images can appear on coins shared across social media. However, a genuine collectible coin must be evaluated based on official mint characteristics rather than internet claims. Professional graders carefully inspect every detail, including the strike quality, surface preservation, natural agging, and originality. A coin story becomes much more valuable when its history can be verified through proper examination, instead of exciting headlines alone. One of the biggest reasons old coins become valuable is rarity. Millions of coins may have been produced in a particular year, but only a tiny number survive in outstanding condition after more than a century. Some coins were melted down, damaged, cleaned improperly, or lost forever. The few that remain with sharp details and original surfaces become highly desirable among serious collectors. Competition between buyers can drive prices far beyond the face value, especially when an important historical coin appears at a major auction. Many beginners believe that every old coin is automatically worth millions, but experienced collectors know the truth is much more interesting. Age alone does not determine value. A rare error, a low surviving population, historical significance, or exceptional preservation can make one coin extremely valuable while another from the same year may only be worth a modest premium. That is why every coin should be examined carefully before any conclusions are made. Knowledge, patience, and careful research are often more rewarding than believing sensational claims. The excitement surrounding historic American dollar coins continues because they represent a unique connection to the past. Imagine holding a coin that may have changed hands during the mid-1800s, witnessing decades of American history. Every scratch, every detail of the design, and every mark tells part of its journey. For collectors, this historical connection is often just as valuable as the price itself. Owning a genuine piece of history creates an emotional value that cannot be measured only in dollars. If you ever discover an old American coin that appears unusual, resist the temptation to clean or polish it. Cleaning can permanently reduce its collectible value. Instead, store it safely and compare it with trusted coin references, or have it examined by a professional coin grading service. Authentication is essential because counterfeit and altered coins exist, and only expert evaluation can determine whether a coin is genuinely rare. Even if a coin is not worth millions, it may still be an important collectible with historical significance. The dream of finding a life-changing coin keeps millions of people searching through collections, inherited boxes, and forgotten drawers every year. While stories of billion-dollar coins capture attention, the real adventure lies in learning the history behind each piece and discovering what makes certain coins truly special. Every collector begins with curiosity, and every coin has a story waiting to be uncovered. Perhaps the next remarkable discovery is still out there, hidden in an old collection, waiting for someone with a careful eye and a passion for history. Imagine reaching into an old drawer, a forgotten coin jar, or a family collection, and discovering a coin that could be worth far more than its face value. That possibility is exactly why the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1 has fascinated collectors for decades. Although millions of these coins were produced for circulation, a small number stand out because of exceptional condition, striking quality, unusual minting characteristics, or collector demand. It is important to understand that most 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars are worth only a small premium over $1, while only rare examples can reach thousands of dollars at auction. The excitement surrounding this coin comes from the challenge of identifying those special pieces that are truly different from ordinary circulation coins. The Susan B. Anthony dollar marked a historic moment in American coinage because it was the first widely circulating United States coin to feature a real American woman rather than a symbolic representation of liberty. The obverse proudly displays Susan B. Anthony, a leader in the fight for women's voting rights, while the reverse carries the classic eagle landing on the moon design that first appeared on the Eisenhower dollar. Although many people mistakenly call this a bicentennial coin, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar was introduced several years after the United States bicentennial celebrations. Even so, it has become one of the most recognized modern dollar coins among collectors because of its unique history and distinctive appearance. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for the 1979 dollar is the possibility of finding an outstanding example that has survived in nearly perfect condition. Coins are graded on a numerical scale, and even the smallest scratch, contact mark, or sign of wear can dramatically reduce value. A coin that appears ordinary at first glance may become highly desirable if it has brilliant original luster, sharply defined details, and virtually no imperfections. Such exceptional coins are much scarcer than regular circulated examples because most were used in commerce, leaving them with marks and wear that reduce their collectible appeal. Some collectors also examine these coins closely for minting varieties or production differences that can make them significantly more desirable. During the minting process, small changes to dies, lettering, or striking pressure sometimes create varieties that specialists eagerly seek. While not every unusual-looking coin is valuable, genuine varieties can command strong prices because they are much harder to find than standard issues. Careful examination with proper lighting and magnification often reveals details that are invisible to the naked eye, making the hunt both challenging and exciting for collectors of all experience levels. Auction results have shown that exceptional 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollars can sell for thousands of dollars under the right circumstances. Prices around $5,700 have been achieved by coins with outstanding grades, strong collector demand, and certified authenticity. These impressive sales do not mean that every 1979 dollar is worth thousands, but they demonstrate how rarity, preservation, and market competition can combine to produce remarkable values. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices when an example represents one of the finest known survivors of its type. If you discover a 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar, the first step is to handle it carefully by its edges and avoid cleaning or polishing it. Cleaning may seem like a good idea, but it often damages the original surface and can greatly reduce collector value. Instead, examine the coin under bright light, looking for sharp details, original mint luster, and any unusual characteristics. If the coin appears especially well preserved or different from ordinary examples, professional grading and authentication may help determine its true collectible status. Stories of valuable coins continue to inspire collectors because remarkable discoveries still happen from time to time. A forgotten coin tucked away in an old wallet, inherited collection, or bankroll can occasionally surprise its owner. However, successful collecting is built on patience, knowledge, and careful observation rather than unrealistic expectations. Understanding what makes one coin common and another exceptional is the key to appreciating the hobby and recognizing genuine opportunities when they appear. The 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar remains an iconic modern American coin that combines history, artistry, and the excitement of treasure hunting. While the overwhelming majority are worth close to face value, the finest certified examples and recognized collectible varieties can attract serious attention from collectors around the world. Every coin tells a story, and sometimes that story becomes even more valuable when rarity, condition, and demand come together. Before spending an old dollar coin, take a closer look. You may simply have an ordinary keepsake, or you could be holding a fascinating collectible with a value far beyond what its $1 denomination suggests. The world of large dollar coins is filled with mystery, history, and incredible collecting opportunities. Over the years, several United States large dollar coins have become legendary because of their rarity and historical importance. Coins such as the Morgan dollar, Peace dollar, Eisenhower dollar, and Susan B. Anthony dollar each tell a unique story about America's past. While most examples are common, a tiny number with rare minting errors, exceptionally high grades, or limited survival have sold for astonishing prices at major coin auctions, attracting collectors from around the world. Collectors often spend years searching for the perfect large dollar coin because every tiny detail matters. The mint mark, date, strike quality, surface condition, and even the original mint luster can dramatically influence a coin's value. A single rare variety or an almost flawless condition can transform an ordinary-looking dollar into one of the most desirable collectibles in the hobby. This is why experienced collectors examine every coin carefully before deciding whether it deserves professional grading. One of the greatest thrills in coin collecting is the possibility of making an unexpected discovery. Valuable dollar coins have occasionally been found inside old family collections, forgotten piggy banks, inherited albums, estate sales, and even unopened bank rolls. Although these discoveries are uncommon, they remind collectors that hidden treasures can still exist. Every old dollar coin deserves a careful inspection because its true value may not be obvious at first glance. The market for rare large dollar coins continues to evolve as collector demand changes over time. When a coin is historically important, exceptionally rare, and preserved in outstanding condition, competition among buyers can push auction prices to remarkable levels. However, it is important to remember that prices depend on authenticity, rarity, collector demand, and certified condition. Claims that ordinary circulation coins are worth millions should always be verified, because only extremely rare examples achieve extraordinary prices. For anyone interested in collecting large dollar coins, knowledge is the greatest investment. Learning about different dates, mint marks, die varieties, grading standards, and minting history will help you recognize coins with genuine collectible potential. Whether your goal is to build a collection or simply explore the fascinating history behind American dollar coins, every coin offers a chance to discover something new, making the journey just as rewarding as the treasure itself. Every year, thousands of old large dollar coins pass through auctions, private collections, and estate sales, but only a small percentage capture the attention of serious collectors. The coins that achieve the highest prices usually possess an extraordinary combination of rarity, historical significance, exceptional preservation, and strong collector demand. These remarkable examples become the centerpiece of prestigious collections and often inspire new generations of numismatists to begin searching for hidden treasures. Many collectors believe the real excitement begins with careful observation. Under proper lighting, tiny details such as sharp lettering, full design features, original mint frost, and unusual die characteristics can reveal whether a coin deserves closer attention. What appears to be an ordinary dollar at first glance may turn out to be a fascinating collectible when examined by an experienced eye. This sense of discovery is one of the reasons coin collecting continues to grow around the world. The history behind America's large dollar coins is just as valuable as the coins themselves. Each design reflects a different period in the nation's development, celebrating important people, symbols, and achievements. From the graceful image of liberty to the powerful American eagle, every design was created to represent the nation's identity. Holding one of these coins is like holding a small piece of American history that has survived through decades of change. Collectors also understand that patience is essential. Finding a truly valuable large dollar coin rarely happens overnight. Many successful collectors spend years studying mint records, comparing varieties, attending coin shows, and examining countless coins before making an important discovery. Their dedication proves that knowledge and persistence are often more valuable than luck alone. As interest in rare coins continues to grow, exceptional large dollar coins remain among the most admired collectibles in the numismatic world. Whether a coin is treasured for its history, artistic design, or rarity, each one carries a unique story waiting to be discovered. Before spending any old American dollar coin, take a closer look. You may simply have a historical keepsake, or you could be holding a collectible that stands out because of its remarkable condition and lasting appeal.